Tantrum Knows.
School's in session.
What's up, YouTube family? It's TantrumKnows, and today we're diving deep into two of the most familiar animals on Earth, the cat and the dog. But see, most people only see them, they don't understand them. They don't realize these two creatures represent balance in its purest form, the dual nature of loyalty and independence, of love and boundaries, of energy and awareness. Now, let's start with the dog, one of the oldest relationships humans ever formed. History says dogs came from wolves over 20,000 years ago when they first walked beside man around campfires. And even now, every time you look in a dog's eyes, you're seeing a reflection of those ancient wolves, the pack mentality, the protector's heart, the hunter's focus. That's why dogs don't just follow you, they read you. Science says a dog's nose holds around 300 million scent receptors compared to only 5 million in us. That means they can literally smell emotion, fear, joy, sadness, sickness, all invisible to us but clear to them. Dogs can smell diseases like cancer or diabetes, they can sense earthquakes, they can pick up shifts in weather hours before we feel it. You can lie with your words, but you can't lie to a dog's instinct. And think about that for a second. That's not just biology, that's energy awareness. That's nature reminding us that sensitivity isn't weakness, it's power. A dog's nose is its superpower, but for us, that translates into intuition. We all got that same radar inside us, but we ignore it because we're too distracted, too busy, too disconnected. If dogs can feel what's coming, we can too, if we slow down enough to listen. See, loyalty ain't just what dogs do, it's what they are. You can leave for 5 minutes or 5 years, and they'll greet you like you never left. That's not memory, that's soul recognition. And here's the motivational twist. The world could use a lot more of that energy right now. Imagine if humans treated each other with the same forgiveness, the same joy, the same unconditional love. That's what dogs bring. They remind us how to love without fear. But behind every calm, happy dog is still the spirit of the wolf. Wolves and dogs share 99.9% of the same DNA. Every circle your dog makes before lying down, that's a memory from the wild, flattening the grass for safety. Every howl they let out, that's the call of the pack still echoing through their bloodline. Wolves live in structure. Every member got a role. The hunter, the protector, the nurturer, the scout. They survive not through chaos, but through order and trust. That's leadership right there. So when you see a dog waiting by the door or protecting your home or running to your rescue, that's instinct, discipline, and love all in one. They don't care who you are or what you did. They only know how you treat them. Loyalty is their legacy. And that's a message for all of us. If you want loyalty, be loyal. If you want respect, give it. The energy you put out is what the pack returns. Now let's flip that, because where the dog is heart, the cat is mind. Cats have walked this planet for over 9,000 years, and they've never once needed permission to be themselves. They were worshipped in ancient Egypt, buried beside kings, and believed to guard souls from evil. In some cultures, cats were seen as guardians of the spiritual realm, and maybe that's not far off because cats still move like creatures that see beyond the visible. Here's a wild truth. Cats share 95.6% of their DNA with tigers. That means your little house cat, that small, quiet, sometimes moody animal on your couch, has the heart of a jungle king inside. They're just as calculated, just as focused, just as fearless. That's why they walk like they own the room, because in their spirit, they do. A cat's biggest superpower is awareness. They see what we overlook. They can jump 5 times their own height in a single leap because their spine is built for agility, flexibility, and power. They even walk in a rhythm no other animal uses, moving both right feet together, then both left. That's not arrogance, that's precision. Every step is measured. Every move is purpose. And let's talk about their purr, that sound you hear when your cat curls up next to you. That's not just comfort, that's medicine. A cat's purr vibrates between 25 and 150 hertz, the same range used in physical therapy to heal bones and reduce stress. When your cat's purring on your chest, they're not just showing love, they're literally helping your body recover. That's nature sound therapy right there. Now check this. Cats sleep nearly 70% of their lives. But don't mistake that for laziness. That's efficiency. That's recovery. The motivational twist here is simple. Rest is not a weakness, it's strategy. When cats move, they move with intention. When they rest with purpose. They don't waste energy, they master it. Humans could learn from that, because some of us stay busy, but never productive. Cats don't beg for attention, they earn respect. They don't chase love, they attract peace. That's why cats are selective. They don't tolerate every energy. They know their value. And that's why they only connect where trust is mutual. You might call that attitude, but that's actually self-awareness. They teach us that self-love isn't selfish, it's sacred. See, dogs teach you how to love others. Cats teach you how to love yourself. Dogs say, I'm here for you. Cats say, make sure you're there for yourself. Dogs give you loyalty. Cats give you lessons and boundaries. And that's the ultimate balance, heart and mind, giving and guarding, empathy and independence. Now, let's blend it, the dog and the cat together. The dog represents unity, family, teamwork, emotional intelligence. The cat represents clarity, focus, self-respect, intuition. One says, stay loyal. The other says, stay aware. Together, they create balance, because love without boundaries becomes pain, and boundaries without love become isolation. If you're all dog, you give too much and forget yourself. If you're all cat, you protect yourself so hard you forget to connect. Real power comes from being both, loyal but not blind, strong but not cold, giving but not drained. Think of life like a pack and a pride. The dog teaches you to build your pack, your people, your family, your circle. But the cat reminds you to protect your pride, your dignity, your peace, your purpose. Both energies are sacred. The dog's energy is like the sun, bright, open, giving warmth to everyone it touches. The cat's energy is like the moon, cool, reflective, controlling the emotional tides. And that's exactly how you balance your own spirit, by knowing when to shine and when to reflect. So, the next time you see your pet, don't just see fur and eyes. See teachers. The dog reminds you to stay loyal to what matters. The cat reminds you to stay loyal to yourself. The dog tells you to give love freely. The cat tells you to give it wisely. Both remind you that energy is sacred, and when balanced right, it can transform your life. Every creature carries a lesson. The dog tells you how to love without fear. The cat tells you how to live without limits. Together, they show you how to master both the art of connection and the power of control. Because every animal got a story, and every story got a reason. This is TantrumKnows, and this is the Animal Kingdom, where nature is the classroom and every heartbeat's a lesson.